Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mosley. I'm here to present a two-part workshop on how to create a college list. Let's start. We'll be using an ebook that I created and um, and just go over parts of the book and add in any questions or answers that you may have. Let's begin. So this will be the table of content, a little information or welcome letter from me. Let's jump right in. Let's start with all about you, chapter one. So pretty much, the college admissions process is really it's a fit in a supply and demand. I would say, right? The first part I would say about the college admissions applications, all of it, the college applications, college admissions process is that you need to know about you, right? The whole thing about a college selecting a student for to be part of the community is that they're trying to find the right fit, right? They're trying to find the right fit, the right person, the right individual student who will bring contributions to the community, and they know their community because they are the one that, who are in the administration office. They are the one who are in the admissions office, so they know the culture of the school, right? So they want to select a individual that would be your right fit. Now, the thing is, though, right? Just like they're looking for someone, you're looking for something as well, right? You're looking for a institution that has all that you need and all that you would like, right? Um, and this is where knowing yourself, knowing who you are, comes in, right? Because you have to know what you like, you have to know what you dislike. It's really important to know what your interests are, what your interests are, and what your values are, right? Do your values match with the institution's values, right? How do you learn? How do you learn as a student? Are you a visual learner, right? What subjects are you good in? These are the questions that you need to know about yourself, right? Why do you want to go to college, right? Take time to get to know yourself, because I feel this is one of the hardest part of the process of the college application process, is knowing yourself, right? Because again, the college application process has different parts to it. One of the first part is writing an essay, right? And getting the second part would be getting letters of recommendations and in completing the application itself. So knowing yourself, knowing what your interests are will help in all these parts. Not only will it help with creating your personal statement and helping you with your personal statement, it will also help with selecting, which teachers to select to write a recommendation for you, right? You can find out who are your best teachers, the best teachers that you like, and ask them to recommend you, right? Based on your interest and what they observe of you, right? So take some time to find out, take a piece of paper and find out and answer as many questions of these that you can, to figure out a little bit more about yourself. Another part of personal choices are college choices, right? There's so many different colleges in the United States. There's about 4,500 colleges or so in the United States. And so you have to also need to know, you would like to know, do you want to stay on campus? Do you want to live home? Do you want to live off campus? Do you want to go to a big university, a small university that has small classes? Do you want to be in a single sex college? Like, for example, Spelman College, which is an all-female. Do you want to go to a Loyola University, Loyola Marymount, which is affiliated with the Catholic Jesuit um, institutions? So you need to look at these things as well. What are the costs of the college is also a factor as well. So this all comes together to to combine to find out the first real part about who you are as a person and how of a fit you would be within a particular university. The second part is really knowing the choices that you have, right? um, college going to college is a big investment, right? It is one of the biggest investments that you will make in your lifetime if you do just decide to attend a university and a college. And so you need to know the choices, right? There are different types of colleges as well as different types of admission plans that exist, right? So I put together a list of different type of colleges, from public colleges and universities, with the technical, vocational, private colleges and universities, historical Black colleges. So these are a different list of colleges, types of colleges, and the differences, what the difference that they have between them. Art colleges, single colleges, online colleges, religious universities, and so on. And even service academies fall into type in colleges as well. Service academies meaning Air Force Academy and the U.S. Merchant Marine. College admissions also have different type of plans. They have early action, early decision, regular decision, and rolling admissions. Early action, early decision typically tend to happen earlier in the admissions year, which is like the applications are earlier and they happen to be in between October and November. And regular decision, which most students apply to, fall between January 1st, well, December 31st, January 1st to February 15th. This is the deadline that I am trying to encourage students to apply for, since they have missed early action as well as early decision. And so I would like to encourage students to, to just let them know that they still have time to apply to college if they are interested, if they are, high, especially if they are high achieving students, low income students, who who they have the opportunity. There's a lot of programs that are available right now. So I would encourage students to take the opportunity to apply if they're interested in going to college or attending university next fall to apply. They have 3 weeks, and it actually can be done if they're focused and committed to not only completing the application but completing the essay, and also getting confirming letters of recommendation to complete the application in 3 weeks. Okay, part three. I'm sorry, let's go back. Research. Just like with any investment, you have to do the research. I really believe that a lot of our problems nowadays, or not nowadays, but a lot of our problems of like student debt and student loan debt fall in the lack of education, or lack of education that students receive, going into this process of college. You have to do your research. Just like you're picking stocks, right, in the investing game. You have to do your research on the different type of colleges that exist, right? Just like I was showing you, there's so many different colleges and types of colleges that exist, right? Over 4,500 or so, or 4,000 now, because there is a decline in colleges. But that's a different story. But that's for another time, actually. Sorry. There's so many different colors out here. You have to take the time to research, right? You have to take this time to research the fundamentals, the technical pieces of these universities, these institutions, and knowing what you like I said, for going back to chapter one, knowing your likes and your dislikes, and knowing your values and your interests and your degrees and the majors that you're interested in. Knowing these things will actually help you facilitate and creating and not only creating, but like lessening the list, right? Pinpointing the schools that fit you more and better, right? So the first step is to, I always tell students to research. The internet is your best friend, right? Go into websites such as College Navigator, College Scorecard, right? Go onto the specific university website, right? And they provide key information, right? Go attend, if you can, attend college fairs. Go. A lot of colleges nowadays are doing virtual college fairs. Speak to admission counselors if they come visit your high schools, right? Speak to them, ask them questions, right? Ask your college counselor, your school counselor at the school, your local organizations that you may be involved with, family members. Ask questions, right? Look at college rankings. They're helpful information, helpful data. You can utilize them, but use them with a grain of salt, right? Because all rankings are subjective. right? So look at them. Look at the different popular college rankings, such as U.S. News and World Report, Money Magazine, Princeton Review. Look at those. Be familiar with the Carnegie classification system, which basically classifies colleges and universities, based on their degrees that they are awarded in the level of activity that they do, right? So if you're a one, you have a very high research activity versus a three, right? And each level exists for doctoral universities, research universities, bachelor's, master's, associates. There's a level for each category of college. So get familiar with that. They're online as well. That helps. This is important because this tells you, how much money, right, will you get? Honestly, if you attend this university, how much this university gets from the government for research, and yeah, and if they confer certain degrees. So, next chapter, qualitative factors. You got to look at the qualitative factors. To me, I would compare this to fundamentals in investments, in stock investments, looking at fundamentals. You have to look at the qualitative factors, right? Not all colleges are created equal, right? You have to look deeper and what they have to offer. Looking at the different types of financial aid that they offer, the school resources, the facilities, security, fight, all of this they have to report, by the way. They have to federally report this, especially if they get financial aid, the institution. They have to report this on their website. This is why it's important to look on their website as well, because they have to give certain information on the website. Look at their accreditation status. Is it still active? Is it accredited by a reputable body? Or can your credits transfer? Right? Are you able to get financial aid through this institution, through this accreditation status, right? Through this type of accreditation. Look at their transparency, right? Look and see how much they share their information. When you look into go on their website, at the very bottom of the page, you'll see disclosures, you'll see all type of information that you need, right? How transparent are they, right? They have institutional departments where you can get institutional records and information. How transparent are they? What type of majors do they have? The degrees, the departments. Do these departments, the degrees, do these majors, do they align with your goals? How are these careers in the future, right? Do they offer internship programs, cooperative programs, practical experiences? Look into these things. What are the resources and career resources available? Do they have a career center? That's very, very important. A college has to have a career center, right? Do they have these centers? Are they available? What are the hours? How engaged is the community? How engaged is the staff? How engaged is the administration with the students? What is the perspective of the alumni? Talk to current students. Spend the weekend if you can. Go visit and talk to the students. Look at their perspective. Look at these qualitative factors because these are important things to consider. Okay, so let's move on. Secondly, I would recommend, just to like help you with this, is basically create a list of must-haves and a nice to haves for your ideal college, and just write down a list. Right, go crazy, and then try to match which colleges actually offer them. Okay, quantitative factors. This is also important as well. To me, this is a technical analysis of investments. Right, looking at numbers and ROI. Right, a lot of students do not even understand that you need to, since this is an investment, because like I said from the jump, this is an investment. You're investing in yourself, you're investing into your college degree, you're investing your time, you're investing your money. So since you're investing, you need to know how much are you going to get in return, right? A lot of students go into college not knowing or not having an idea how to measure or how to analyze the return on the majors that they plan on doing. Yes, they will be there for 4 years. I understand, but guess what? Time starts ticking the first semester that you're there, right? And we'll talk about that as we go get more into this channel, and I talk more about the advising part of this channel, because that's more of the advising, right? How, like, it's important to take 15 credits or more, but per semester. But again, we'll talk more about that. So your investment begins from jump, right? So you need to know if you're going into college, you have to. I'm not saying that college is a place where you cannot take classes to to whet if you're interested in, let's say, like art or like creative. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying to you is you have to be strategic, right? You have to look at a major that you can have a career that's lucrative, that you can get a good return in. And looking at these tools right here would actually will help you get a better understanding. They're not perfect. They are new, they are somewhat new, but they're a good tool to give you an assessment and to assess. Just, it's an assessment tool, right? Just to help you to see what a return on an investment of a certain major or a college degree will look like, right? um so if you ever get a chance to do that, look, for example, look up for, if you're interested in a bachelor's degree in design, you can calculate the ROI of that degree, right? By going into looking at the average income, which you will get from the BLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, right? Time that by 10, divided by the total cost of the degree and the education expenses time 100, and you will get the ROI of that degree. But you don't technically have to do this. There are tools, there are websites that give you help with that. Like, for example, Georgetown University Center Education Workforce, they have an ROI ranking, and they have a different list of different degrees and their ROI over the next 10, 30, 50 years. FreeOp as well, the Foundation for Research on Equal Opportunity, also has an ROI ranking program. They will also help you as well. They're fairly new and they have a good list. Over 400 degrees are listed. So check them out because I find them to be very insightful. So try to calculate 2 or 3 ROI of 2 degrees and let me know what you find out, and or if that's helpful at all. Also, I'm sorry, more factors to consider: graduation rates. How many students complete their degrees on time? And I'm talking about 4 years, sometimes 6. The majority of students. Do you know that the majority of students graduate in 6 years in the United States? My goal is trying to cut that down because it's very possible to graduate within 4 years. But again, you have to be strategic, right? So look at the graduation rate, right? Look at the employability rates. What percentage of graduates find jobs within their first year, right? How many pursue masters and PhDs? What are the outcomes of alumni? What are they doing after 5 years of graduation? Look at the endowment of the college. How well is the college funded, right? Because the more endowment there are more funds for students, you know, and more programs available that will benefit students. So look at the endowment. And again, all of these are public information. They're supposed to report this information, especially if this institution or for this college is receiving funding from the government of the United States. Uh, yeah. So we're gonna stop. Well, actually, no. So the last part for today, um, not for today, but for this part one of this workshop is ask questions. Always ask. Always ask questions. You'll never know if you don't ask. Right? Do not be shy. Again, this is an investment. Sometimes might be of a lifetime. Right? Ask questions about this investment, that just about what you're about to invest in, right? You need to know as much as possible so you can make a better informed decision, a more informed decision. Not even better, but a more informed decision. You have to ask questions. Ask campus resources, ask about campus resources, mental health services, culture organizations, inquire about study abroad programs, internships, like I said earlier, type of financial aid packages, like I said earlier, talk to professors, like I said earlier. Ask questions. Always ask questions. It's never too late to ask questions. Even after you submitted your application, still ask questions. Still ask questions. And I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end it right now with this. But just keep in mind that, even if you miss a deadline, or you don't make the deadline, or decide not to attend a 4-year college or university, you can still attend a community college. Community colleges have rolling admissions. They always accept students. It's sometimes it's usually it's usually a better strategy to end up at a 4-year college. You know, you can do your first 2 years at a community college for half the price. You're gonna get the same general requirements, right? And then transfer to a 4-year college. You know, transfer, believe it or not, transfer students have better rates of acceptances. You didn't know that, right? As a transfer student, you have better chance of getting accepted into a 4-year college, right? So think about it. So in a way, that could be an advantage if you do miss a deadline, if you do not, or you're still thinking about applying to a 4-year college. Think about, but you're still interested in going to college and still interested in, you know, expanding your knowledge. Think about attending. I would really consider you to think about applying to a 2-year community college, and doing that for 2 or 3 semesters and then transferring, right? Because not only will it be beneficially financial wise, but also you know, it'll be easier, and you know, you better bet you'll have a better chance to transfer, especially if you do very well um, at the community college. So stay tuned for part 2, and thank you for your time. Take care.